It's the King George Qatar Stakes, Group 2, 5 furlongs, the big sprint of the week. They're away and breaking out well on the far side. Nunthorpe, Highfield Princess showing speed over there, equality on that far side. Ponntos towards the near side from white, lavender and the grey jacket equilateral, and on the right is Ladies Church in the green colours. Curragh is further back from Silky Wilkie. Razzle is the back marker at the moment as they run down the hill and head towards the halfway stage. Ponntos leads the way. Highfield Princess travels up well. Nunthorpe on the left. Further left coming there now is Equality. On the right is White Lavender in the grey jacket. Then Ladies Church equilateral pulled very much to the right as they run down towards the final furlong. Highfield Princess taking over. It's Highfield Princess, the odds-on favourite, that goes on from Equality. Down the near side, White Lavender is running on strongly. Razzle on the far side. Highfield Princess leads inside the final furlong and draws away. Highfield Princess, she's all class, and Highfield Princess comes clear to win the King George. White Lavender just second from Razzle, and then back in fourth Makarova.
John Quinn just telling members of the press about Highfield Princess, and I'm unfortunately about to interrupt him in mid-flow after that success in the King George. Many congratulations, John. Rachel in the studio was just saying the apple of your eye, and I'm sure she is.
Well, she's a top class filly, and I'm delighted to have her. And I mean, when she was a 2-year-old, I was thinking. Well, I wasn't doing a lot of thinking. Well, it was, but you know, she was a backward filly, but very likeable. But all she's done is improve for racing and went from being a top-class handicapper into being probably the best sprinting filly in Europe and if not the world last year. So I was very keen for her to get ahead in front for herself, you know, and today will have done her a lot of good.
And that's the small drop in grade here from those Group 1s at Ascot where she ran so well to Group 2.
Absolutely, and I mean Group 2s are so hard to win as well, but we just thought if she had run here 2 years ago in the Whispering Angel and handled the track lovely. I mean, she's unbelievable. So we felt she'd handle the track. Ground comes alike with her, and we thought maybe, and only maybe, this might be easier than, for instance, the Foray, which we decided to miss.
Yes.
And I'm delighted she got her head in front.
And you mentioned the Whispering Angel Oak Tree Stakes over 7 furlongs. And talk to me about that gradual walk back to the minimum trip over which we see her so regularly now.
Well, last year she won the 7 furlong fillies all-weather final at Newcastle. There we are. And then we ran her in the Duke of York. She won that. Won it well. Then we ran her in the Prix Maurice de Gheest, 6.5. Very good Prix Maurice de Gheest. Horses like Minzal. You know, it was a really, really good, and she danced up. Well, we had her in the Nunthorpe, and we said, well, she's in it, we'll think about it. But she came back from France, we were really pleased with her, and I said to John, you know what, this filly's got a lot of speed, and they'll go very quick in the Nunthorpe, and she just might, well, saw what she did. So, but that said, this year I decided that after Ascot that we'd keep her to 5. And we will.
Why is that?
Because she's so quick and quick. You know, Group 1 5s, they go very, very quick. Well, it's right up her alley. She'll be able to, you know. You
saw her last year in the Nunthorpe, sort of travelling so well behind the Platinum Queen, wasn't she?
Absolutely, and the plan is to go back for the Coolmore Nunthorpe on our in our backyard, as to say.
And then the Flying 5.
Yeah, she really likes the Curragh, and she appreciates. She loved the Curragh, so that, you know, race by race. But that's the Coolmore Nunthorpe, and then hopefully on to Ireland, Flying 5, and then we'll see after that.
Well, you outlined a very bold plan at the start of this season, didn't you? What are your thoughts now about international targets?
I had thought about going to Australia with her, but I'm gone a little bit cool on that because it's the travel and different seasons into different seasons, and a lot of people have tried it, and I just thought, so we're going to stay in Europe until and then possibly the Breeders' Cup, because she's a very good filly to travel. Like, you wouldn't know, the lads say, you wouldn't know she's in the horse box, so that's good, you know. So,
so it's Group 1s all the way?
Hopefully after today, yeah. Today.
And how about your team's form as well? Because coming into this meeting, at which I think you've had 3 winners and an unlucky second, you were struggling a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah, we had a few, like in all racing yards. There was a period before here, 3 weeks, where I didn't run much, but we weren't really happy with them, so we didn't run them. But I was really pleased with these horses coming, but I was very keen to see how Lord Riddickford would run on Tuesday, because, you know, you come to a big meeting and if the first fella gets wiped out, you think this could be a long week. But when he won well, and then the horses have run really well through the week, and Sean, my son Sean, and the head men at home said they're happy with the horses. So well done to everybody at home, my son Sean and everyone.
Finally, how important is this mare to your team?
Well, like, if you're lucky enough, every racehorse trainer, every yard, every owner deserves a top-class racehorse, but you don't always get what you deserve in this. But, you know, for me at this stage, I'm not an old man, but I've been training a long time, so I need a good horse.
I reckon you've got one.
I do, yeah.
Many congratulations. I'll let you go and get the trophy. Well done, John.
Thank you so much.
Jason Hart is now leading rider at the Qatar Goodwood Festival, but this last one was the most important one. I think it's fair to say that. Highfield Princess winning the King George Stakes. Well, she was dominant. Talk me through it.
Yeah, her usual self, jumped well, travelled great, and I just felt down in that clash she was just much the best, and I was kind of able to ride her that way.
And you were the Czech horse went a good pace early on.
Yes, it gave me a lead, and I was kind of hoping it might give me a lead for a little bit further. Kind of had to commit her a furlong and a half down, and even though she's won well in the end, I thought there's sort of that dead ground kind of blunted her initial turn of foot. But I was kind of keen to give her a race without really getting stuck in. Obviously, I don't know what the boss has told you, but I presume she's going to have some nice targets later on in the year. So it was nice to get her back to form, and, well, I suppose back to form, a win next to her name more, should I say. And yeah, it was good.
If you were to guess, what do you think John said in terms of campaign?
I presume the Nunthorpe would be the next option.
Yeah. Flying 5 then?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was flying 5 or Abbey, but if he's gone flying 5, then it's going to be either America or Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Australia he seems to have gone a little bit cold on. He's still mentioning America. The Abbey, I suppose, could well be in the mix as well, although that can be a bit of a draw bias race. But the point is that he feels that she'll have got a lot of confidence in this slight easing grade. Do you feel the same way?
I do, yeah, I do. She absolutely ran her heart out in those 2 races at Royal Ascot. And for her to bounce back here today and get her head in front and not just win, put a bit of distance between herself and the rest of them was nice to see.
You were telling me yesterday that you felt that she had really come to herself since Royal Ascot. Just for everyone who may not have seen that interview, what was it that you'd seen that made you start thinking that?
She's always sort of proven throughout the years that she gets better with racing, and even though going into Royal Ascot we felt she was in good form, I just felt that she was bouncing at home. And I've not been in as much at John's lately. I've been kind of up and down the country, but I went in and rode her out last week, and I was doing my girth up and she tried to bite me, and I just thought, oh, you've got a bit of sass back. So no, I just knew she was bouncing coming into this.
So that's typical her, is it, at home? If she's on top game, she's a bit sassy.
Yeah, she's got her very own way about things, and she's different. She's got a character like no other, and I'm just very grateful to be associated with a mare of her stature. Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be associated with this mare for your career?
For my career, she's been great, obviously. I was never a Group 1 winner until she came along, so for her to come along last year and win 3 Group 1s and obviously kind of take my career to a new height was great, and fingers crossed this year she can sort of follow a similar pattern and pick up another one.
Sure, you've never lost faith in her, have you?
No, never, no.
And now, okay, I mentioned at the start you are leading rider. You've had a little look through the rest of your rides for the week. Do you think you might be able to get the prize?
I don't know, obviously. It'd be nice if I did, but got the main winner that we came down for the week, so I'm happy with that. And no, it's been a good week so far.
Yeah. Congratulations, taking a race at a time. You never know. Best of luck for the rest of the week.
Lovely, cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.